dribbling. It's dribbling like Sonny.
Like this. Hello.
Hello. We're crafting again today, and we've noticed that our last couple of crafting films have been looking very similar because the focus was on like the Etsy shop. So today we have come to one of our favourite places, which is a field of wildflowers, because we're going to be doing some flower and insect themed crafts. So it's beautiful. Fingers crossed we brought everything we need to make the stuff, and fingers crossed it all goes well, and I hope you enjoy.
And there's all did you just say it was
I
flower?
said it was all flower and insect themed. Okay. Cool. Wish us luck.
I'm going to be putting a flower on this. This is one thing I picked up the other day on a mudlark, or yeah, on our next film. And I've stuck I had to do some preparation before it came because otherwise it wouldn't be possible. So I ribbed at the base and stuck on a big cog. And I'm going to stick, what is it? This head on. She's got a crown on already. And it'll be a flower. And it's going to be weird.
I am going to be, after how much I enjoyed making Snailland last week, I have decided I'm going to make a Thames pipe stem bee, and I again had to do some preparation whilst I was making this head, the mould of the cast of this head, when it was still wet because it comes out a bit soft. I stuck 2 of these Thames pins in that we find bent like this. Do we know why they're bent like that?
There are theories as to they kept the other pins in.
So I've made little antennae for my bee, and it's going to be stuck in here like this, and I've got a Thames square nail to bake the stinger, and then I'm going to gold leaf fuzzy bee stripes onto it. And there's lots of bees here, so I can look at them for inspiration whilst I craft one.
Of course it is. china. Make the petals. They're all sanded.
Field is just full of wildlife. It's amazing. Oh, they're beautiful.
Aren't they pretty? I think because we haven't had much rain, they're quite late, so they're not growing.
I have this broken Thames pipe stem and this fluted broken glass thing and a mould of the head we found that looked like Oscar, and I'm going to try and make a flower baby. I'm now going to be building. We made a mould of the little pixie head we found years ago, the little boy, and look how beautiful it is, how cute. So yeah, I'm going to be building out of, we've got broken bottom of the figure, sailor boy, and I'm going to be putting his head on top.
Looks a bit like a clown rather than a flower. But it's going to be gold leafed all over. Looks like I'm going to do this. It's going to be poking out of the lid, his little face, if it works. I had to chop his hat off, don't know. Wasn't the right head.
I brought the wrong head.
Kate brought the wrong head, now I've got the wrong head. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Anyway, it's going to have legs somewhere. Here's his legs. They're going to be coming out of here. And there's also a handle just here, which will go on there. We'll see how that goes. Fig rolls to eat. And look, the sun's come out for the fig rolls.
What type of tree under? A cob tree?
Yeah, cob nuts. Cob nuts. Pass me one. Thanks. Well, this is what we did this week. We went to a field of wildflowers made craft, which was a bit different, but we had fun while we did it, and we had fun editing it. It was a bit different. So this is one I made that was supposed to look like a flower, but he's sort of turned into a Poirot clown. Instead. Well, he's a flower. Piero. That's his name. And he has a little friend coming out of his hat. He's made up of those special glass pieces from our special beach.
Although that front one is half a bead.
Oh, that's half a bead. Thames square nails, bits of china, this bit feather edge, this is a bit of a ginger beer bottle. They were all sanded, so it was moved. So it was made up with a cog. You can't really see much of the cog left. Just see the remnants of it, cog leaf underneath. And this stand I found when we went mudlarking the other day. I don't know what it was from, but it seemed ideal for him. More little metal bits picked up. This is Katie's flower. It's the flower baby. It's got a little glass flower there. Some more jewels. This looks like another little. It's like the stem of a bottle or something.
I think it's part of like a bottle top, like a stopper.
But it looks like a flower too, and obviously another little. There's quite a lot of frozen Charlottes going on in this. And then that's the bottom of an egg cup. They're very good for bases for things.
They really are.
Yeah. So that's another one that I made. Oh, what's the name for this? Flower baby. Flower baby. This one is a little cheeky. Can't say that. This was a little cheeky fella sticking out of this chamber pot.
Oh.
That's what it is. I can't help that. I stuck on this handle and this lid, and he's popping out from whatever was in there.
Oh no. What a poor little fella.
So he's, what should we call him? Chamber pot
baby.
Chamber pot baby. We haven't said what their names are, have we? This head, the caboodle.
This is a head made from the head that's our icon. It's our little profile picture.
It's one of our first heads that we found years ago. So this is caboodle. B is this one. What we haven't really thought about what we're going to call this one. That's B. The little. It's a boy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
One of the suggestions for B was Bronte. So this is Bronte, which is nice because it's like Anne Bronte caboodles. And this is another. This is one that Kate made. Look at this spectacle of. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different pieces, and they all go together really well. This is flower again. I was going to use something. You keep stealing my flowers.
Yeah. Tiny little frozen Charlotte because he was missing a foot. So
it's his little chappy though. It's his little fairy.
Their body really goes well
It
together
does, it's
for being
crazy.
two different like figurines.
Oh, anti-Staffordshire. What's he called?
Bronte Boy Blue. Although he's green. Just Bronte Boy.
Bronte Boy. And then what? The bee. The bee is adorable. Amazing. It's made out of 2 pennies found on the foreshore. His body is a clay pipe.
It's quite an old clay pipe.
He's got a square nail stinger. He's got bent nails from the foreshore.
As antennae.
And a little copper stand.
Which he comes
off.
of. I can't do it with one hand. So.
Just safe delivery, but talking about safe delivery, we're not sure he's quite strong enough
To be sent in the post.
No, I have a feeling his wings might fall
Yes.
off. I mean, they have been sawn in, so there's like a little groove I think we're going to have to soar in further.
Yeah, because we bought a Dremel.
We've got
with
a
the
Dremel.
Kofi money. We bought a Dremel, and we were experimenting with it to fix the wings, because the wings broke when we got there, because I stuck them on the day before we went to the field, so the milliput would have dried, and then they broke. So then I stuck them on again, and then on the way home they broke. But then we got home and our Dremel had arrived, so we tried to like make little slits for the coins, and we did, but they've just been glued in. But
it's very fragile.
It's very fragile. We need to do it with a bigger pipe. So I am going to make another bee that will be hopefully as similar as possible. That will be in the shop probably next week. But this little fella, I think he's just too delicate.
Yeah, he would break.
He would break in the post.
Because we do worry about.
Yeah, it's difficult making things out of like China and posting them. So I just don't think he'd make it. And I promise it's not because I love him. I just want to keep him anyway. Because I was sad about sending him away, but I was gonna do it like I was sad about sending Snail Land. But then I think that, we have lots of things. It's not, I would like other people to have them. But I just don't think Bee
Boy won't make it.
Boy won't make it. But I will make another bee, and it will be even better than this bee.
Maybe next week, because we're thinking of making something for ourselves in next week's crafting,
because there's something that we've been collecting for a while, and we need to make it.
But maybe we'll make these things behind the screen. Maybe you'll remake a bee, and maybe make another snail, because people want another snail.
I've got more shells, so maybe I'll make a bee and a
snail.
Maybe
I'll make a couple more tiny small, like children's pots.
And put them in the shop next week whilst we make our big thing.
But because we haven't got that much to sell, it's not as much as normal. Kate's made some earrings at last.
I finally made some. But these ones aren't the ones that are going to be going in the shop. I made a pair for myself to experiment, and I don't think the cheeks are neat enough. And also, I wore these to make sure they didn't fall apart, so I won't be sending anyone earrings I've already worn. But they are solid silver hooks. They have a stamp on, so if you've got sensitive ears, they should be fine. So yeah, I'll be making some of these too. So some pairs of these should be in the shop in the next couple of days.
Today?
No, not today. In the next couple of days, because I made some, but the paint is drying. But I made some, and they've got a little
So keep an eye on the shop.
Keep an eye on the shop, because they will be showing up in the next couple of days.
Just have to mention about last week's video, which was an unmitigated disaster, because YouTube, and I understand completely why they did it, because I understand it's very important to keep children safe in a social media, internet environment. I'm just not completely happy with the way they went about it. But I do understand that they upload people upload billions of hours of videos every minute. So, well, maybe not every minute, that would be a bit extreme, but a lot. They have a lot to deal with. And with COVID, it's mostly done by bots at the moment, so I understand.
When she says bots, she means like computers. It's an automated system.
Bots? They're called bots.
I know, but that's Oscar talking through you. It's Oscar telling you. But yeah, it's done by computers at the moment, and we understand, but luckily it has changed, and they understand that our channel is
secure,
and it is run by adults, and we can monitor the comments. So it does mean that any video with Oscar, all of the comments go straight to held for review, and we have to manually click them all. So if the next time we have a video with Oscar, if your comment isn't there immediately, it's because we will have to probably sit there all day
We don't get that many comments.
We don't get that many comments, but yeah, we'll have to manually.
Just adds that little bit of extra, but
saying that, we would just like to thank everyone that commented and liked, and all of you people that left messages to YouTube. I think it really did.
I think it made it happen faster.
I think it definitely did help. And the Northerns, we'd like to thank you very much, Gail and Alex, for helping, for putting out that community post. and Docking Bay 51 talked to we had talks with them about it because they also have videos with children, minors,
Yeah,
minors. So yeah, we would just like to say thank you for commenting.
Yes. But if you haven't watched the video, because it's still an unmitigated disaster, because YouTube works on the principle that if your video does well in the first hour, then they push it more. But because our video had no comments on it in the first hour, YouTube presumed that it wasn't very good. It might not be very good, but usually we get a lot more comments in the first hour. So therefore, yes, it's still probably one of the worst videos that we've ever put out for views. So if you haven't watched it, could you maybe go and watch it? You don't even have to watch it all the way through. Just watch a little bit of it. But anyway, that's all we want to say. So thank you very much.
So yeah, it was a different crafting film this week, but we really enjoyed making it.
Yeah, we
and
might
I
do
think
it again.
there will probably be some other crafting away from home. Because it was actually very fun and it was really nice to be out and about, not just staring at the ground.
No, it was quite,
Although I will say that we did, even though we knew there was nothing there, you can't help but just like
yeah, you have to
look at the ground.
Yeah. Can't help it, wherever you go.
Everywhere you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you on Sunday for our yearly anniversary
film.
We've been doing on Sunday?
Yeah.
On Sunday, officially on Sunday, we'll have been doing it for a whole year.
How crazy is that?
Which is...
You just can't escape the drilling sound.
Cool. We'll see you on Sunday. Bye.